Hi Taurus, welcome to your February reading. This is for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. We're going to be taking a look to see what messages need to come through for you guys for the month ahead. See what you guys could be currently dealing with, what you can expect, get some insight, wisdom, guidance, overall see what's happening. If you wish to follow me on my other social media, I do have Instagram and TikTok, both at Jadestone Tarot. And let's jump right into this reading and see what's going on, what messages Spirit has for you. For Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in February 2022. Any messages for Taurus, please? Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for February. What is going on for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus? Any insight, wisdom, guidance for Taurus for February 2022? Okay, the deck is not wanting to shuffle anymore. Let me just adjust my rings because they're sliding around. I am cold. My hands, the rings won't stay on my fingers. Messages for Taurus. We got the Ace of Pentacles flipping right out. Messages for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in February 2022. Okay, Ten of Pentacles Reversed and the Two of Wands. Ten of Pentacles Reversed did come out in Aries reading. Their reading was pretty chaotic. It was crazy. And give me one more. Thank you. We have the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, so there's definitely lots of slow movement, and you do have some important decisions to make, but take your time with it. We also have the Magician at the bottom, along with the Nine of Swords and the Empress, and also Death. So we have Scorpio energy, as well as your energy coming through here with the Empress, Taurus, as well as Libra. It's quite promising. I really do like this. You guys are just need to be mindful of the thoughts that you have, because I do sense that you guys could be experiencing some anxiety, or you might be getting in your head or feeling just super overwhelmed and worked up. Like you have so much you want to do, so much you want to accomplish, but you don't know where to begin. You have a lot on your plate and you just need to figure out like where to start. Okay. You have all the tools you need. You have all right in front of you, all the ingredients of what you want to create, what do you want to paint on your blank canvas, right? What kind of masterpiece are you going to create? That is up to you. But some of you are like, I don't want to make the wrong choice. I don't want to fuck it up. I don't want to do something that I'll regret, or you're really overcomplicating though. You're really getting in your own way. You're being your own block, Taurus. So you need to take a step back, get out of your own way. However you can do that, right? Try to get in the present moment. That's the number one thing for you to keep in mind in February, is to be in the present moment rather than, being ahead in the future of what's going to happen a week from now, a month from now, a year from now, 10 years from now. Where am I going to be? What am I going to do? Right? You guys are really needing to get rooted in the present moment, because that is the only moment we have, is the present. Past is just a memory. The future is not written or set in stone. We have only now in this moment. And the action that we take right here, right now, determine where we're headed in our future. So right now, what you got to focus on is what you're putting your energy towards. Because you guys, you have some important stuff that will be brought into your life. Or what was I saying a few months ago for you guys? Seeds that you planted are soon blooming. Soon will be sprouting. Right? The Empress, she's pregnant in this card, which is indicating that you have already been putting in the work, putting in energy, putting in effort towards some sort of goal. And you're getting there. And like I said, I feel like I've said this to you guys recently, or the last couple months, okay? Where you might be feeling like it's not happening quick enough. But you need to stop telling yourself that. That is your ego comparing yourself to where everybody else is on their journey. And this person's doing this, and this person's getting married, this person's moving into this new home, this person got a new car, this person just got pregnant. What about me? This person's in a new relationship, this person just got married. What about me? You gotta stop comparing yourself to others and just focus on your own lane, okay? You want your grass to be green while looking at your neighbors and obsessing on how did they do that? How did they do that? You got to focus on your own grass. Doesn't mean you can't observe and appreciate, what everyone else has done. Cool. But you also need to focus on your own path and try not to get too distracted. Okay. I do see that you guys, if I could speak, I do see that you guys are going through massive changes, and this is also requiring you to let go of what you know and surrender to the things that are out of your control, and to surrender to new possibilities you didn't even consider, possibilities that you can't even imagine, right? And like I said, I feel like you really need to just slow the fuck down, all right? We have the Ten of Pentacles reversed, which is indicating to me that there's a little bit of maybe not a little bit, maybe quite a bit, depending on your circumstances, of course. But I feel like there's lack of stability. I feel like you guys are really needing to get grounded, okay? Your feet are up in the air and you need to come down. You gotta plant your ass on the ground, sit down, take some deep breaths and meditate, okay? We have the Two of Wands coming out here, and in this deck, I always see it as a pause button. I'm gonna stop talking so fast because I'm getting really tongue-tied. I see this as a pause button. I have always seen it as a pause button. Just like, wait, okay? Right now is not the time for action. Right now is the time to kind of wait. Plant your feet on the ground, get rooted, get centered, get in the present, and you have some choices to make. Okay, you may have some choices to make regarding like a cycle that you've been on. Are you going to stay on this road that you've been on? Are you wanting to break away, try something new, step out of your comfort zone, move in a different direction, reevaluate like what's working and what may need some adjustments and what needs to just be thrown out the window for good, you know? So with this Two of Wands coming out, you guys really needing to just get clear with some goals for yourself. Okay, that's something to get clear on so that you can take the steps accordingly to making these ideas turn into realities, okay? And the Knight of Pentacles is nice and slow and steady wins the race, right? There's no rush. You're gonna get to the destination one way or another. Don't worry about the how. Just connect to the what and why. What do you want and why do you want it? Don't worry about how, right? How will just overcomplicate things. You won't know where to begin. You won't know where to start. You'll get overwhelmed and then you'll feel like you can't even accomplish it because it's just too much, right? Don't worry about the how. Get clear with what and why. What do you want and why do you want that? Okay? That's the main thing you got to focus on this month, February, okay? I called you February. I want to call you Taurus. That's what you need to focus on, Taurus. In February, connect to the what and the why, okay? Those are the first two steps. Then when you connect to those things, you'll already be taking the steps towards those goals and making it happen. It will start to unfold for you. You won't even have to force it. It will just be natural. It'll just be instinct. And you just need to trust within that. All right. I'm seeing that if you guys are kind of struggling financially, there is something that you will be embarking this month, something that you're initiating. Big or small, I don't care, but I do see that you're taking steps towards getting towards a stable place in your life, right? Right now, you know, there's definitely some areas that could use some improvements, right? There's always room for growth, and, you know, you may not be 100% satisfied with where you're at, and that is okay, but just know that you are making progress, and that's what matters the most. It doesn't matter, oh, are you there yet? Or you got this long till you're actually there, or when you're finally made it. Like, no, what matters the most is that you're making progress this month, okay? So just take it nice and slow, be patient with yourself. It doesn't all have to be done overnight. That is okay, right? It's the saying, Rome wasn't built in a day. The fact is, and the most important thing is that you guys are making progress. Slow, but that means it's long term. That means it's long lasting, and that it's going to be really positive. For some, you're really focusing on your physical health or like your wellness, right? Your mental health, things like that. That is a progress. That is something that takes progress, that takes consistent effort, that takes dedication, all those kinds of things. The things in the tangible world, this takes long-term, consistent effort, mindfulness, practice, and patience. But man, is it worth it? And you guys are going through massive changes, but you're really just needing to get out of your own way, get out of your head, and really need to have trust. Have trust within yourself, because this is all working out the way it's meant to. So let's do a little bit of digging. Let's get some clarity. Let's do some clarifying. First of all, let's take a look into the Nine of Swords and see, like, what are you so afraid of? Talk about the Nine of Swords for Aries. Oh, not Aries, sorry. For Taurus. Some of you could be connected with an Aries, or you may have personal planets in Aries. Talk about the Nine of Swords for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in February 2022. Talk about the Nine of Swords for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in February 2022. The Nine of Swords for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in February 2022. What is Taurus so afraid of? Why is Taurus experiencing this anxiousness, these worries, concerns? What's on their mind? And how can they work through this? Kind of the Nine of Swords for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in February 2022. Okay, Ten of Wands reversed. You're definitely lessen the load, okay? Like I said, you probably have a lot on your plate. You're probably juggling a whole bunch. It's feeling overwhelming. It's feeling stressful. You have a lot on your plate, and there's, you know, not all that's on your plate needs to be on there. So get rid of the scraps if you can. Lessen the load. Just deal with it like one thing at a time. Strength. And yeah, I mean, like, you are obviously very, very strong, but even the strongest people have their breaking moments, or they, you know, everyone has a limit. Talk about the Nine of Swords for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Okay, we have the Alchemist reverse. You have a lot on your plate. We also have the Two of Swords basically standing out, so I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take it. You really do need to get clear with your intentions, what you want, and why do you want it. Don't worry about the how. Don't worry about the when. It's not if it happens. It is. It will. It already is happening. You just can't see it. But it's happening. The energies are there. But before you take any action, you gotta pinpoint, what are you going after? What's your aim? What's your target? What do you need to focus on? So that you can put your energy towards it, so that you can put your mind to it. Because right now, you're not really sure. Right now, you got a lot on your mind. You got a lot on your plate. You're feeling overwhelmed. You're feeling stressed. And maybe this is just a sign that you need to take a break. A mental break. Shut the brain off. Flip that switch. I know, easier said than done. But I feel like you guys are really needing to get in the present. Get in the present. What do you need right now in this moment? Do you need a nap? Do you need a hot bath, hot shower? Do you need to go walk out in nature? Do you need some grounding? You feeling a little bit in your head? Are you hungry? Like, you know, focus on your needs that you need right here, right now. You need some support. You need some love. Whatever that is that will help you, make you feel even just slightly better. Finding a healthy way to channel this energy out so that it's not all like built up within you, you know, finding some sort of exercise that you enjoy to get this stress, this frustration out, whatever it is that you got to do. But there needs to be some sort of release, even just energetic release, right? Whether you need to journal, write some things down, get it out of your head, instead of suppressing it, trying to run away from whatever these feelings are, like really just facing whatever's coming up. If you're having anxieties, fears, why do you feel this way? Where does that stem from? What can you do to lessen those things? Again, you gotta handle it differently. I can't tell you how to handle this, but just like looking at what's real versus what are just illusions versus, like, you know, what are you actually needing to pay attention to? What are you needing to give your energy towards? Choosing your battles carefully, okay? And what was at the bottom? Because I don't think I checked that, didn't I? Nine of Pentacles reversed, along with the King of Pentacles and the Princess of Pentacles. Right now, you guys are kind of, you know, there's an energy where there's not a lot of confidence, or you're kind of, again, you're getting in your head, you're not feeling the most grounded, but I am seeing that, hey, with the Page of Pentacles, Princess of Pentacles, and the King of Pentacles, right? You will get grounded. I feel like by the end of February, you'll be back on your shit. You'll feel much better. Okay? So really just practice patience and compassion towards yourself, and focus on things. Put your energy towards the things that make you feel centered, that make you feel grounded. Really important that you guys slow down, get clear with what you want. If you're not sure, that's okay. Get grounded. Take as long as you need to kind of get your footing, get your thoughts straight, get your energy straight, get your mental state straight, okay? Get clear with your mind, get clear with how you want to feel, and make some adjustments. But there's definitely the energy coming up here that you're needing to release something, okay? Releasing what's on your mind, venting to someone that you trust, okay? Some of you are going through changes, and maybe that's just what has you so stressed and overwhelmed, because right now, all these changes that are going on, it's out of your hands, it's out of your control, and you want to have control. You want to know where you're headed. You want to, just want to know what's going on. But you're really, like, this is asking you to step back, to release control, and just, like, surrender and have ultimate trust. Right now, your trust is being tested. Your commitments are being tested. You're going through lots of changes. So let's take a look into death and see, like, what's possibly changing in your life. I definitely feel like there's a phase that you're going through, or like you are transitioning from one phase of your life to another. Like, let's just say, for example, that you are moving, or you're planning on moving, or, you know, maybe you are living in like a current apartment, or you're renting or something like that, and your lease is running up, and you're like trying to figure out, am I staying here? Am I gonna move somewhere else? If I'm gonna move somewhere else, where am I living? And, you know, there's like a lot on your mind. Like, I feel like for some, you're just going through major transition in your life, and it's feeling a little bit overwhelming, and you're thinking about the future, like way far ahead, and, you know, so a lot, it's intense. But right now, February is asking you to slow down, especially since we are in Mercury retrograde. It is asking us to slow the fuck down, sit our ass down, get grounded, reevaluate, look at what's going on around us, and just kind of sit still and just wait, right? Something about the timing could be coming at play here. Maybe you're experiencing some delays, or even possible setbacks, but again, it's kind of that Mercury retrograde energy. It will pass, and you will be unstuck very soon. Woo, yeah, it just feels like, it feels a little intense, but that's okay. Death for, I did hear Scorpio, Pisces, but this is Taurus. Kind of death for Taurus. We have the Hermit coming out, Virgo energy. Page of Wands. See, like, this is really positive. I'm feeling, okay, what is this? High Priestess. So this is all internally. This is all going on within you. You're going through changes, emotional changes, mental changes, spiritual changes. You're going through a lot. And as you're going through those changes internally, it's also reflecting in your life, in your relationships, in your environment. Just overall, everything is being affected. Like, what's going on in here is being reflected and projected outwards, everywhere else, right? And like what you focus on, you see more of, you attract more of, right? And so, as you're going through these changes here, we have the Hermit coming out. So, you guys are really trying to get connected to your own inner wisdom, as well as connecting to, you know, your spirituality or your religion. Really just trying to connect with Source, the divine, name whatever you believe in. Trying to just, like, you know, get clarity. Am I on the right path? Is this meant for me? Should I do this thing? Should I go after this? Should I start that idea, that business? Should I say yes to that opportunity? Like, what do I do here? Really trying to get clarity, really trying to get inner guidance, and trying to figure out what your next move is. I also feel like those, all the things that are going on within you, and the anxiety and shit, you could be hiding it very well, Taurus. Like, you got that poker face, right? The High Priestess, they're very mysterious, very hard to read. And so I feel like this is all going on within you. Also, I'm picking up on the energy that you could be kind of just staying low, keeping to yourself as of recently. Maybe you haven't been in communication with many people for a while or whatever, right? Maybe you've just kind of been quiet, and people are like, where's Taurus at, right? Well, you're dealing with some shit. You're going through major changes, and, you know, it's crazy. But overall, though, I do feel like there's a lot of positive things coming your way. You have some sort of celebration or good news to expect, or, like, there's a lot of positive things that are coming out of these changes, but, like, in the thick of it, you can't really see through the trees. It's like you're in the forest, you can't see your way through the forest, but once you're out there, you're like, okay, it wasn't too bad, right? Or, okay, it wasn't as crazy as I thought it was going to be, or, you know, you got all worked up about a situation just to go through it, and it was, like, nothing what you imagined, or you really thought worst case scenario, and then, like, oh, it wasn't even like that at all, you know? Have trust. Think about it like this. Your future self is sending you good energy. Your future self is like, Taurus is going to be okay. It was fine. It was not as bad as you thought it was going to be. Like, just imagine that. Your future self, a year from now, will look back at whatever it is that you're going through, and you'll be like, oh, thank God that's over. Or like, see, it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. Or like, you know, it all worked out for me. There is a huge plan that I just didn't see in the moment, in the thick of it. But now I understand. Like, it just... yeah, it feels positive. Now, at the bottom, we do have the Four of Wands. For some, this is about changes within a partnership or relationship. King of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles reversed. Okay. Maybe there's some fears or insecurities about a relationship or about some sort of partnership, like wondering between like where you and the person you're connecting with stand. Maybe there's also a bit of energy of codependencies, or even being reliant on someone regarding their money, or home or something like that. Maybe you're having a hard time trusting someone's offer. Someone could be, like with this King of Pentacles and the Four of Wands, someone could be offering you some sort of partnership, or they wanting to commit to you or make things more serious, and you're having a hard time believing what they're saying, right? If you're being offered something here with the Page of Wands, you're kind of like, before you make any decision, you're thinking about it. Like, do I trust this? Do I give this a chance? Let me connect to my intuition real quick. Let me connect to what my guides are telling me, what the spirits, what the cosmos are saying before I make any decision, right? Just a few things that come to mind. Let's take a look into this Two of Wands, okay? Let's take a look into the Two of Wands for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in February 2022. Trying out the Two of Wands. What's this choice about? You need to just focus on whatever this is that you want, because then it's going to come to fruition. You just got to get clear with what you want, what it is, why you want it. Two of Wands for... oh my goodness. Okay, Six of Wands and Judgment coming out. Six of Cups reversed. And, oh my god, the cards are really just like... okay. Okay, Taurus, this is what I'm feeling here. You have a choice to make about, like, what you want, where you're headed, where you're going. It does look like you could be very, very successful, or like having the best possible outcome. Whatever it is that you're hoping for, whatever it is that you imagine, that you're wishing for, that you're trying to bring to fruition, or you hope that will come to fruition, right? I do see that it's very possible, and I do feel like you're very supported by the divine. Now, kind of tying in with that Nine of Swords energy, a bit of that anxiety, self-sabotage, your fears, the things that you're trying to release or you're in need of releasing, and also getting grounded. You need to be mindful of the story you're telling yourself, because in the past, things maybe didn't go the way you had hoped or the way you had planned, and there's this thought in the back of your mind that's telling you, oh, what if it's just going to be like how it was in the past, or what if it's too good to be true, or what if I'm not deserving, or what if like, you know, and this is like a story that you've been holding on to, that you've been telling yourself, whether you're aware of it or not, and it's keeping you stuck. Now, we do have the Devil coming out reversed, which is telling me that this is like, you can break away from this, but it requires you to let go of what didn't work out for you in the past, wasn't meant for you, and you want whatever this is, you want fill in the blank. You want that relationship, you want that job, you want that opportunity, you want that career, you want that fill in the blank. You want that? Oh, but what if this, and that? Because in the past, this, and that, right? That story you're telling yourself. You gotta be careful. That's a very fine line to walk, because with that mindset, we do sometimes attract the same outcome because we're sabotaging ourselves. We don't believe that it's possible. We feel like we're not worthy. You gotta break out of that. Some way, some shape, some form. And I do see that it's possible, but it requires you to let go. It requires you to to surrender. There's also maybe something from your past that you're holding on to, a person, an individual, a situation, an experience, but maybe it's not serving you. Maybe that's been interfering with whatever goals that you've set for yourself, right? Instead of focusing on your target, you're focusing on all the targets that you missed in the past. Oh, well, I missed that one, I missed that one, I missed that one, so this is just going to be the same. Well, if you keep telling yourself that, yeah, you're going to have the same outcome, you're going to have to approach things differently. I do see that you can be very successful. I do see that you can be very victorious, but you have to believe it. If you don't believe in it, if you don't believe in yourself, who else is going to... If you don't believe in yourself, no one else is going to believe in you. I'm just saying. So, at the bottom, 7 of Pentacles, you're contemplating, you're thinking about it, you're like, could this actually happen? Could I possibly succeed? Thinking about it, right? Underneath that, we have the 9 of Cups reversed, see, because past disappointments, because things in the past that you hoped that were going to work out, they didn't, or like it was disappointment, a false start, too good to be true, right? So what makes this any different? Well, it's all in the mindset. Queen of Cups with the Ace of Swords. It all relies on your state of mind, right? Your state affects your story, which affects your outcome, or your strategy to go about things, okay? So get clear. Oh my God, you gotta be very careful of what you're telling yourself, okay? Because I am picking up a bit, like, you could fall back into the sabotaging habits, or you could have big breakthroughs. It all depends on you, but you are totally in, like, this manifestation mode, and, like, what you're thinking about, it's appearing around you, it's reflecting externally. Let's take a look into this Empress real quick to see, alright, so you push through those fears, you overcome those blocks. What can you expect? Tell me the Empress for Taurus, Sun, Rising, Venus. Tell me the Empress for Taurus, Sun, Rising, Venus in February 2022. Tell me the Empress for Taurus, Sun, Rising, Venus in February 2022. Oh, woo! We have the Chariot, Cancerian energy. See, you just need to have the confidence. What was that? Hold on. What? Like, I just heard fake it till you make it, and it made me think of that video with, like, it was an interviewer and Rihanna, and she was, like, asking Rihanna, like, what do you do when you're not feeling your most confidence and, like, you're not in your power? And Rihanna was just like, fake it till you make it, or something like that. And, like, yeah, that just came to mind. Tell me about the Empress for Taurus, Sun, Rising, Venus in February 2022. Like, don't let anybody see you sweat. We have the Moon, the 2 of Pentacles, and give me one more. The 8 of Pentacles. Yeah. Underneath that, the King of Wands. Determination. Find your inner warrior. Stand strong. Challenge your beliefs, your false fears that appear to be real, but they're not. False. Your fears that appear to be real, but they're just fears. It's just illusions. Be brave. So the cards that came out, Chariot, Piscean, Cancerian energy with the Moon, Piscean energy, 2 of Pentacles, and the 8 of Pentacles. It's all about maintaining balance, okay? Get grounded, get balanced, and also get clear with what you're focusing on, what your target is, so that you can put your I'm getting like a laser vision, laser vision, right? So that you can pinpoint your target and pour all your effort, your energy, dedication, and belief into. You just need to believe in the impossible. You may not see what's going on right in front of your eyes, but that doesn't mean it's not happening, right? You plant a seed, you don't dig it up 5 minutes later and be like, is it sprouted yet? Has it sprouted yet? I planted this seed a day ago. It hasn't sprouted yet, so I'm going to dig it up. Like, you got to let that seed germinate, right? Give it water, give it the sun, right? That warmth in the soil helps the seed crack open. And with time, that seed will sprout. You have a little plant, a little shoot coming up. Before you know it, that shoot will turn into small plant, bigger plant, whatever the fuck you planted, okay? But you just really need to have confidence, and you need to trust yourself. You need to really rely on your intuition. Trust whatever it is that you're being called towards, that it will work out in your favor. You just got to keep putting in that effort. Keep it up. Okay? It's like right now, she's pregnant. The baby hasn't been born just yet, but just because it hasn't been born into reality doesn't mean it's not there, right? It's bulging out of her stomach. But, oh, well, the baby's not there, so she's not pregnant. Yes, she is, right? You are sitting on a golden idea, or something's growing, something's developing. It's getting closer to being brought to fruition. It's being closer to being brought into your reality. But there's just a few things you got to clean up, clear up, mindsets you got to break through. But I'm seeing that it's possible. It's slow and steady, though, but it's in your favor. You just got to stay consistent. You just got to stay confident, fearless, and push through those beliefs that have you second guessing yourself. Let's pull a couple animal oracles just to wrap up this read, and then we'll wrap it up, okay? Any final thoughts, messages for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in February 2022? Any final thoughts, messages for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus? Any final thoughts, messages for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in February 2022? Final thoughts for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in February regarding this reading. Like, you're right on track, okay? Messages. Oh, okay. That's a stack, but let's go with it. We have the fire ant, the bear, and the black egg, okay? So, fire energy as well as earth and spirit coming out. So first of all, the black egg. Let's discuss this. The black egg talks about how you speak to yourself, how you speak to others. Are you being truthful? Are you being honest? Are you lying to yourself? Are you feeding into your fears? Other people's opinions? Are you people pleasing? Are you sugarcoating? Are you really seeking for validation from external sources? Things, people's opinions of what they think you should do, or what people think of me, and blah, blah, blah. You know, have you been lying? Have you been making white lies, little excuses, procrastinating? Also, you know, this fire ant energy really, like, look at this. This is almost like, what's that game called? What is that called? Darts. Yeah. Kind of like, you know, the circles, the rings, and that's bullseye. And it's possible. That's the thing. This is a completely different message than what the fire ant talks about in this deck. But with the bear is all about new beginnings. It's all about pushing through your comfort zone, pushing through your fears, limitations, the struggles, right? The hardest part is showing up. The hardest part is getting yourself up and staying committed, putting in that effort, especially during the moments where you feel like you're not really making progress, where you feel like things are moving slow, where you're comparing yourself, where you feel like you haven't made it yet and you feel like it's never going to happen, right? Those are some challenging times. This is the energy of coming out of hibernation after a long slumber, or like, you know, you've just slept all night, and then your alarm goes off and you want to hit snooze and roll over, go back to sleep, and it's so hard getting up in the morning when you really don't want to. But that discipline has to kick in. What is your target? It is possible, and you can achieve your goal, right? You can get the bullseye, but you gotta stay focused, you gotta stay determined. This is something that you really want. You won't give up. Even though part of you wants to, there's still like that fire, that inner fire saying, I can't quit now. I can't give up now. It's like, really pay attention to that feeling. Okay? But yes, the bear, with the bear, it does say that it gets easier with time. It gets a little bit easier every single day that you show up, every single day that you put in effort. Next day you might move 5 steps, next day you might go back 2 steps, but you're making progress. And that's the most important thing to recognize in February. Although you may experience setbacks, although you may experience delays, or you get frustrated, or you feel overwhelmed, or you may have moments where you doubt yourself, where you feel freaked out about the future, you are still making progress, and you need to just recognize how far you've come and don't worry so much about what others think of you. I know easier said than done, but that's coming out here with the fire ant and the black egg. They both talk about, you know, other people's opinions, other people's perception. What do they think about me? And I don't want to make a fool of myself, or people might judge me, or like make it seem like what I'm doing is a waste of time or is stupid. But like, you got to just stay focused on what matters the most to you. Stay in your own lane. Don't worry about anybody else, right? I know easier said than done, but just remember that what matters the most is where you're at, how you feel about yourself. As long as you're happy and whatever it is that you're doing fulfills you and inspires you and like lights that part within you up inside, that's what matters the most. It doesn't matter if it's taking some time to get off the ground. Whatever this is that you're getting off the ground, whatever this goal is, this target is, yes, it's slow, but this will last. This will be long lasting. It's not something that's just going to start quick and then end quick. You know, like those one hit wonders. You hear one song from an artist, a band, and it's popping off and it's like, oh my God, my song went viral. That's awesome, right? But then how many artists we know where they have one song and then the rest, they never go on the radio. No one really picks them up. No one really hears about them ever again. You know, so it's like, do you want a one-hit wonder, overnight success that comes and goes? Or do you want something that's long-lasting, that's worth it, that will be there for legacies, generations, you know? So just keep that in mind, Taurus. And if you're not really there yet, you don't even know where you're going, that's okay. Just connect to the what and the why, and you'll get there, okay? But yeah, so I'm just going to leave it here. I hope that you found this helpful or insightful. If you did, please let me know in the comments below. If you guys are wanting to follow me on other social media, I do have Instagram, TikTok, both at Jadestone Tarot. And with that being said, we're going to leave the reading here. I appreciate you, and I will talk to you in the next one. Take care.